Ed Francis, also known as the drummer on the Round Rock. He's been teaching for over 21 years and has played the drums for 35 years. Wow. Francis has played with notables such as Ernie Dwara of the Texas Tornadoes, Eddie Floyd, who wrote the hit Knock on Wood, and helped to found the Temptations and the Four Tops, the United States Air Force Drum and Bugle Corps, and was asked to become part of the Blue Man Group, just to name a few. Francis tours the Round Rock and surrounding areas to promote music and the arts, as well as inspire others to follow his passions. So please welcome Ed Francis and his student Ayden, which is only 10 years old. We welcome Round Rock Drums. member and Francis, who are playing the Round Rock drums, and we have experienced Ayden. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate you all sounding awesome. Please make sure you and your family be our guests and help yourself to some food. Thank you so much.
Grab the chair.
Yeah. Right around like bingo's because he partnership was like, yeah.
Well, I gotta say, the best way to prepare to speak in front of a large group of people is to bang on the drums for about 20 minutes. And that'll get you going. I want to give another, if you wouldn't mind, give another hand up for my assistant, Ayden. Ayden took time out of school to be here with me. Most of my other guys, they're taking final exams, and this guy over here didn't have any finals today during this time, so he came here during his lunch hour to be here to play for you. So good job, Ayden. Thank you. A big thank you to Farron Curtis for inviting me to come out to play and to speak. I do enjoy playing, and I don't mind speaking, but the playing part is always a whole lot more fun. My name is Ed Francis. I am the founder, and I am the drum coach at Round Rock Drums. My wife and I have 5 boys. We have a Logan, a Jordan, an Alec, a Keaton, and a Caleb. We have an almost 17-year-old. We have an almost 14-year-old. We've got 2 12-year-olds, and we've got a 10-year-old. They all play instruments or they sing, and they do it because they love to do it. We don't push them, but we try to encourage them with everything that they do. My 2 middle schoolers attend schools at different facilities. Both have the same amount of money put into the place. They have the same program. They have the same exact amount of teachers supporting them. But for some reason, one of my sons, when he's there, he doesn't feel connected to his band program. He doesn't feel connected to his teachers. Whereas my other son, he feels like the band and his school is really an extension of his family. And I had to ask myself the question, why? The biggest factor seemed to be the number of experiences that were provided to my kids in a form of being able to play at lunchtimes during their school, playing during football games, and really the teachers invested themselves in what was going on with the kids. And I think that's the biggest factor for my kid that really enjoys going to school where he goes, is that the people there seem to really care about him. The staff at the campus that provides these experiences have more time to care about the kids as they intentionally seek to create situations that allow for a close community. And I believe that everybody in this room is really trying to work hard to make Round Rock a little bit better of a place than it currently is, which is already fabulous, I gotta say. But you all are really trying to make things even better for the next generation to come, and I really do appreciate that very much. I grew up with no dad for most of my life. He left when I was about 1 year old, and later in life I had an alcoholic, abusive stepdad who was addicted to cocaine, and he became one of the drug lords who eventually went to jail for selling drugs. And my experience at home was full of fear and severely lacking in encouragement. And I'm thinking that my experience isn't quite that unique. And I think that there's many at-risk youth here that still reside in Round Rock. And for many kids, the things that you guys are involved in, the things that you guys support, the things that you guys keep clean, the things that you guys fix, the things that you guys build, they all contribute to the kids having something to look forward to doing and something to keep them on the right, better track. And I really appreciate all of you guys in this room for that reason. The services that our Parks and Recreation Department are providing, whether they be direct contact or support staff, are critical. And it's because of people like you that we have a chance for a better life for us and for our kids. People are important. No matter how great the facility might look and feel, no matter how much money is thrown into a project, and no matter how big an idea may become, if we truly desire to create positive experiences with our facilities, with our money, and with our ideas, we need good people like all of you to watch over them. Being a father of 5 and having taught children for over 20 years, I've learned that kids are very perceptive and know if I'm truly invested in their well-being or not. The funny thing about kids is that they don't really pay all that much attention to the pretty packaging or all the planning that goes into something, as we might think. I think what they really care about the most is the experiences that we give them. and kids remember for a very, very long time. I have lots of adult students. They all give me the same story when I meet them. What they tell me is this. They say, you know, I always wanted to play the drums. I always wanted to do something, whatever it was that they wanted to do with their life. And someone in their life of importance told them that they couldn't do it. They told them that they weren't good enough to do it. They told them they didn't have enough time to do it. They didn't have the energy to do it. Whatever the reason was, they just weren't given the opportunity to do the very thing that they wanted to do. And one of my students, who was 69 at the time, came up to me, and she started taking drum lessons. And she told me to share this with anybody that I would talk to. She said, when you speak to people, you tell them my story so they can learn about the impact that words and involvement can have in the life of a child. Tell them to care, tell them to be encouraging. And that story makes me sad because for the first 69 years of her life, she really didn't get a chance to do the thing that she really loved to do. And when she looks behind her, all she sees is regret. Our kids grow up to be the adults in our communities. And my student's story makes me think of the lyrics to a song called Just One Person. And because I care about you guys, I'm not going to attempt to sing it. I'm a pretty good drummer, but I cannot sing a note. If just one person believes in you, deep enough and strong enough believes in you, hard enough and long enough, it stands to reason that someone else will think, if he can do it, I can do it too. Making it two whole people who believe in you. Deep enough and strong enough believe in you. Hard enough and long enough, there's bound to be some other person who believes in making it a threesome, making it three people who say, believe in me. And if three whole people, why not four? And when all those people believe in you, hard enough and long enough, believe in you, it stands to reason that you yourself will start to see what everyone sees in you. And maybe even you can believe in you too. And I wish that my older students had experienced these kind of lyrics when they were growing up. I think a lot of us don't get that kind of an opportunity when we're kids. Most of us in this room are in a position of leadership. And we are the only ones, or we are the ones who've been trusted with a great amount of influence and quality of life and experiences here in our community, especially with our kids, the future of Round Rock. I am proud to live in a city that continues investing itself in the people so we can keep making Round Rock a better place for all of us having been here. We all make a difference, one way or another. I say thank you to all of you who spend your time and talent working with the people in our great city. Without you, Round Rock would be nothing more than just another point on the map. And you need to know that you all are appreciated. The things you are doing, if they're in forestry, if they're in building, if they're in construction, if they're in finances, if they're in sports, if they're in music, whatever it is that you do, it impacts the quality of what we experience here in Round Rock. As it stands, we are considered to be one of America's top 10 cities in the country, and it's because of you that Round Rock is a really great place to live. You are all part of the ever-evolving culture being created here in Round Rock. And as we add more meaningful activities and annual gatherings, we also add to everyone's experience of being a community. Someone once asked me, what makes Round Rock Drum so special? And what I tell them is that some people aim to make money, some people aim to make a name for themselves, and I try to make a difference. And I believe that everyone in this room is making a difference, and that's why Round Rock is not just a place, but a place we can all call home. And I personally want to thank everybody sitting down and eating for making this Round Rock place a really nice place for my kids. I got 5 of them, and everything that they experience here is largely in part because of what you guys do. And it really makes a difference in my family, and I really do appreciate it very much. And finally, if nothing I've said is remembered but the following words, I'll consider my little speech a success. Our buildings, our parks, and our programs only work because they are filled with people like all of you guys and girls who care about the community. It's when we take care more of our property than we do our people that we fail. Thank you for all that you do, and thank you for letting me be a small part of your experience. Thanks.
So Rick, do you usually like to say something at these things? Thank you so much. Give him a hand one more time. Thank you so much. We're happy to be a part of the community that helps make things happen. So here is our big daddy, our fearless leader with a Christmas wish.
Man, I want to take him on the road with me. If I can take you and get you to deliver that message, whether it be council, whether it be neighborhood associations, you know, whether it's these guys in the room, great message. Give him another hand.